The right fertilizer can turn a struggling maize crop into a thriving field. Every maize grower knows the frustration. You plant at the right time, your spacing looks perfect, the rains come, and yet your maize just won't grow fast enough. The leaves start to yellow, the stalks look weak, and the yield ends up half of what you expected. If you've been through that, it's not bad luck. It's likely your fertilizer balance is off. Today we'll get straight into what really fuels fast maize growth, how to choose the best fertilizer and how to apply it for maximum results. No gimmicks, just solid field-tested knowledge that serious growers can use. Maize is one of the hungriest crops in the field. For it to grow fast, you need to supply 3 primary nutrients in the right ratio: nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. Nitrogen drives leaf and stalk growth, phosphorus helps with root development and early establishment, and potassium strengthens stems and improves disease resistance. If your maize is pale green or yellowish, it's crying for nitrogen. If it looks healthy but short and stunted, it's probably short on phosphorus. The balance between these nutrients determines whether your crop matures fast or lags behind. That's why a one-size-fits-all fertilizer doesn't work. For fast maize growth, most agronomists recommend starting with a fertilizer that has an NPK ratio around 10-26-10 for planting and switching to a top dressing with high nitrogen, like CAN, which is calcium ammonium nitrate, or urea, around 46-0-0 once the plants reach knee height. If you're planting 1 acre of maize, apply 1 50-kilogram bag of DAP that's 10-26-10 at planting, mixing it well into the soil about 5 centimeters below the seed. Then use 1 50-kilogram bag of CAN or urea for top dressing about 3 weeks later when the maize reaches knee height. This timing and ratio give your maize a strong start and a quick boost during its rapid growth phase. Before applying any fertilizer, serious growers test their soil. It's not just about guessing what's missing. It's about knowing what your land already has. Many soils, especially in previously farmed areas, are already rich in phosphorus but low in nitrogen and organic matter. If you apply DAP or NPK blindly every season without testing, you might overload your soil with phosphorus, which can actually block nitrogen absorption. That's one of the biggest mistakes farmers make. A basic soil test will show your pH nutrient levels and organic content. For maize, aim for a soil pH of 6.0 to 6.8. If your soil is too acidic, say below 5.5, apply agricultural lime, about 2 tons per acre, a few weeks before planting. Even the best fertilizer won't perform well if your soil lacks organic matter. Organic matter helps retain nutrients, improves soil structure, and feeds beneficial microorganisms that unlock nutrients for your maize. A simple trick is to mix well-rotted compost or farmyard manure into your planting soil. Apply about 2 to 3 wheelbarrows per 10 square meters before planting. If you're using animal manure, make sure it's at least 3 months old to prevent nitrogen burn. This organic foundation allows your synthetic fertilizers to work more efficiently, giving your maize faster and more consistent growth. If you want a low-cost solution, combine half your normal DAP rate with 1/3 a bucket of compost per planting line. Even with perfect fertilizer ratios, your maize can't grow fast without consistent moisture. Nitrogen in fertilizers like urea needs water to dissolve and be absorbed by the roots. In dry soil, that nitrogen just sits there, or worse, it evaporates into the air. If you're working in rain-fed conditions, apply your fertilizer right before or after rainfall. For irrigated farms, water the field immediately after top dressing to help the nutrients reach the root zone. A practical step. After top dressing, ensure your maize gets at least 25 to 30 millimeters of water per week, either from rain or irrigation. For farmers who want to push maize growth even further, foliar feeding offers a quick nutrient boost. This method involves spraying liquid fertilizer directly on the leaves, where nutrients are absorbed almost instantly. Use a foliar mix high in nitrogen magnesium and trace elements around 30 to 45 days after planting. A dilution ratio of 20 milliliters foliar fertilizer per 20 liters of water is sufficient for most commercial products. Spray in the early morning or late evening when evaporation is minimal. Within a few days, you'll notice deeper green leaves and faster stalk elongation, a clear sign of increased nitrogen uptake. Maize grows fastest between 3 to 6 weeks after emergence, and that's when it needs nutrients the most. Missing that window means your fertilizer won't have the same impact, even if you apply the right type and quantity. Always aim for planting fertilizer at seeding, about 5 centimeters below and 5 centimeters away from the seed. And, top dressing should be done 3 to 4 weeks after germination. Sometimes you might want to give your maize an optional second boost around tasseling. You can do this with a foliar spray or a light application of can, especially if the crop is looking a bit pale. If your maize is growing slowly, it's hardly ever the seed's fault. It's usually about nutrient timing, soil balance and moisture. The best fertilizer for fast maize growth, well, it combines enough nitrogen, solid phosphorus support at planting, balanced organic matter, and, of course, really good watering discipline. Test your soil, feed it wisely, and treat timing as a non-negotiable rule. Your reward will be strong, tall, dark green maize that matures evenly, and honestly, yields that make every bag of fertilizer worthwhile. For more practical crop-growing insights and proven field techniques, make sure you subscribe to Husbandry YT. And if you found this helpful, share this guide with other serious growers who value results over theories.